To change, and he has.
Nash a couple of cracks at it. And there's that pace and zip that Brockman offered. He was too good to get back on the inside, too good for Foley. Watches it come back, which it does.
And it floated back, and you've nailed this guy. You pre-called it, Kingy, and that's a great effort.
Sicily considers. Fairly congested in the front half, as you'd imagine by now, but he found a little gap, and it was beautifully weighted for Dylan Moore. Around he goes and hits it sweetly, and the Hawks have a couple in a rush. Oh, that might be high.
So he's so careful
that time with the follow through. Bruce struck it sweetly, right out of the middle, puts it through.
Still off and charge through the middle and kick the ball.
Free kick, and this will be a 50-metre penalty. Right. Just a block that went wrong in the goal square there, and the West Coast Eagle defender against Meek, I think. And that'll make the easiest of goals.
Yeah, Weddle can run it in for his second goal in AFL footy. And Meek, but tailed off. Oh, boy. Weddle's got an opportunity for a second, and he takes it with absolute glee. Both fists clenched to celebrate his second.
It's been the key to the Eagles. It's been the one positive that they've had so far over the last few weeks, and that is their pressure rating.
This to widen the gap to 25 points in the opening term. And that'll bring a big smile to the face of Jacob Kazitsky. He's in a hurry. Lewis got it, yep. Edwards couldn't get around him. It's not an easy burst, just the one last week. Should pop this one through, got the goal umpire working just a little. 7 goals in the opening term for Hawthorn. The key forwards getting in on the act. Back like that.
Not these days.
Yeah, Jack Darling's actually not bad at that. He's obviously not playing today. The pace injected from Mitchell, charging forward, Seamus Mitchell. He wants a third action, but instead, Mackenzie might squeeze it through. No, the fist was late but effective. Or is it a goal? It is.
Fresh airing.
Nick Del Santo put him on the radar, wanted to watch him closely. Del, I'll get down in a minute, but that chain of handballs there is absolutely... That is what Sam Mitchell is looking for from this midfield. You talk about a fresh area here, Jared. There's a little bit going on. Good finish.
Reeves hooks it back. Day just lagged the kick short. Oh, Edwards left it there. Butler got it through somehow.
But once again, it's just a centre. It's a clearance. It's Newcomb again. I mean, if I'm looking at this game, I'm putting Jinby straight on the Newcomb.
Hammond onto it quickly. It was wrong-sided, so he chose Mackenzie. Butler looking for a second. No pressure. He delayed it. And now Kazitsky for a second, which he'll really relish. They're rubbing it in now.
I mean, it's an errant handball, but it gets it to his teammate, which was clever in Mackenzie, and then it was just charge of the Light Brigade. Probably needed to get...
Aim on. Strokes it to full forward. Lewis had a look around. He got a nudge from Orderman. He's going to be penalised for it too. For his second this afternoon. The numbers prove a good guy. Moment, there's always an extra Hawk in the picture. Mitchell disposed of. Play on the call. Frost needs no invitation. Brockman's had one already. And now a second. A third bounce through centre half forward. Brockman, Lewis should and does in the square. Edwards. 3 to Mitch Lewis. And 12 to the Hawks. So Neil, they came to ground, and Nash. Little corridor opens up, and now the big corridor is there for Impey to kick quickly to half forward. Butler. Play on. Bruce screaming for it, but he decided to go a little longer and a little wider. And Mitchell Lewis strides on with an opportunity for Jimmy Steins as a midfielder. Yep. Most of the others have been not in the thick of it, have they, in the midfield? So that's to his credit. And so is that. That's a 4th. Mackenzie. Brewster's snuck out the back. The kick was shallower than that, as you saw. And Lewis got taken a little high. Hawks already at their highest score for the season, so they're going to go well past that. for a 5th goal for Mitchell Lewis. Couldn't have split them much better than that. Chipped it up. Meek. Edwards did well to defend. McDonald. McKenzie. Warple. Almost close enough. Now he is.
Cool.
Drives through another for the Hawks.
Bang. Sets it up. McKenzie is another one.
He outslowed him here, Jared.
He did.
He just put him.
He put the hand out. The dummy was there, and it was grabbed at.
How smart was this? To just understand he's got a little bit of time. He's getting back to his best football. You know, his best and fairest winner of a couple of years ago.
The options have been limited for Oscar. He hasn't had any service. But when the 50-50s have been there, Blake's held his own.
Here's McDonald again, relishing this opportunity that he was given a little early. Moore played it into the 50 to Luke Bruce. Reeves with an ankle in. Didn't look like that was going to worry him too much. Just did all he needed to. Put it over the goal umpire's head for a second goal. Petrocelli on the move. Warple. Bramble. He's played well. Most of the Hawks have. Day to Warple, who was already under pressure. Seemed rather unfazed by it all. Kept the handball chain going. This could build to something really serious now. Amon just cruising along. Up to half forward. But puts the brakes on. Now he can go. Got what he needed from behind from Bramble. Unrestricted access to the forward 50 for Lockie Bramble.
Great play from Butler, not just to blast the ball to the top of the goal square and play predictable football. We see that time and time again.
Just haven't been on.
McDonald jammed it on the boot. Wrestlers on with Edwards and Lewis. He went to ground. Butler feeding the handball in that time, Lewis. McKenzie just put it on the boot, knew exactly the angle required.
Isn't he? And another example of just the composure. There's not a lot of pressure on him, but that's off one step. Gets his body organised to go across his body. That's a lovely finish. He's highly, highly talented by foot.
So it could be quite a fun post-match for the Hawks. It's really, there's very little resistance.
It's Witches hats at the
Brockman
moment.
again. It's trying. It's got there. Started left, but it came back when it needed to. Just shakes it off, took the mark. And Brockman, who might be able to get a 3rd goal here once he exhausts all the... Oh, no, he doesn't. He does use one of those little options. And the juggler from Luke Bruce. Plus victories in Tasmania previously. But they find themselves with a triple-figure advantage here as Bruce kicks his 3rd. Deep kick. Here is Allen. Sicily was ready for him. Hardwick. Bramble. Long couldn't stop him making the exit. To a one-on-one, though, but such clever use of the body and that experience from Bruce. Off to Newcomb. Hawthorn attacking again. Lewis back with the flight. It bounced a couple of times. That didn't hurt the cause. 6 goals for Mitch Lewis.
He just says, I know what I'm doing here. I really don't need to give off the handball to the Crumbing Smalls who have turned up to support. Steps back. Options everywhere. Says, no, it's okay, guys.
2 jumpers on Impey. He shed one, so it must have warmed up pretty considerably.
Love the design of the Guernsey so much. He wore 2 of them.
Indeed.
Jared?
Yep.
It means you get to keep 2.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And Will Day has responded after 3 and 3 in quarters 2 and 3. He's got 9, 10 in fact, to start with his 8. So he's finished off well.
Newcomb, he too got himself clear and chalks up another Hawthorn goal. That's 22. And it's a 115-point margin. It's a sorry tale for the Eagles, but most enjoyable outing for the Hawks.
Well, He's just such a watchable player.
He is.
John Newcombe.
Yep.
He's looking to cause maximum trauma every time he gets the ball. He's a tackle breaker. He's a line breaker. We know his clearance work is elite. But this sort of thing here, he's just not happy to pay the basic handball. He wants more.
He's only 21, John Newcombe, so he's got years ahead of him helping to lead this.